Energy has been taken in between that game and this one.
Plenty left in the tank. They're accustomed to playing back-to-back. That's part of the business.
Paul and Crawford pair up at the 1 and 2. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan. And it's Pierce in a...
And guys, the Clippers last year, they were okay against the Eastern Conference, but not spectacular. You would have thought that with how well just really feasted on the East.
And here is Jordan. After Kyle Korver hitting the 3, the timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Now here's Teague for 3. Jordan with the rebound. Millsap with the steal. Down low. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. On the wing, Korver. Outside Teague. Fires from deep. Korver missing again.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
That's a 2 from Paul. Korver with the defensive effort.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
For the Los Angeles Clippers, they come in off a good outing against the Nuggets in Denver.
Yeah, the confidence just exuding in that performance on the offensive end. I mean, really illustrates how this team clicks when guys are communicating and executing as a cohesive unit.
Yeah, roadkill is hard to get in this league. I mean, to be a great NBA team, you've got to be able to have that kind of performance on the road. Focused, purposeful, and productive. Really solid.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter.
And guys, you hear about how the Hawks are jokingly referred to as the Spurs of the East. It has to do with their coach, Mike Budenholzer, who's really brought that philosophy here to Atlanta.
At the line for the Hawks.
On for Coach Budenholzer, Greg. He did spend 19 years with the Spurs, so it makes a lot of sense. Clarkie won 4 titles during his time there in San Antonio.
And Kevin, you can really see how he's adapted and brought the motion offense over to this team, and it's worked well for the Hawks.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Smith checked in for Pierce. Reddick comes in for Jamal Crawford. And it's Austin Rivers in for Paul. To the inside. It's tipped. Here's Jordan. The shot no good. Holiday with the defensive effort.
All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Boy, Doc Rivers keeps on leading his teams to successful seasons. A former coach of the year rarely has a season where his team doesn't meet expectations.
Muscala, he's checked in for Paul Millsap. And then for Los Angeles, Paul Pierce is checked in for Smith. Crawford comes in for J.J. Redick. And Chris Paul subbed in for Austin Rivers. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
His eyes just simply light up when he gets that close to the bucket. And you just know what he's going to do with the basketball.
Schroeder kicks to Holiday. And it's Schroeder missing. And Doc Rivers passed the 700-win mark as a coach last season. He's climbing the ladder in career wins.
Yeah, and you know, I don't know that Doc oftentimes gets enough credit for the type of coach he is. I mean, as in terms of his career win percentage. And how about over 500 in playoff games as well? You couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly, and the lead they already have is proof in the pudding.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Paul against Holiday. Pulls it up. Again, the miss by Paul.
The tough shots aren't going down for him right now, but neither are the easy ones. I mean, he's got to find the rhythm somehow.
They retain possession. Schroeder. And can't hit the shot, but they're saying he got hacked, so he'll head to the free throw line. Jamal Crawford picks one up. The Atlanta's shooting their first free throws of this.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
One of the things they've done, guys, is taken pride in their free throw shooting this season, and rightfully so. It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him. They're fortunate that one was just deflected and not stolen. Dodged a bullet there.
And so the first quarter is in the books. The Hawks on top, leading by 8.
And now, your Atlanta Hawks cheerleaders.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
A lot of tough D being played by them so far. It's been the difference maker.
Greg, no uncontested shots for the most part. That's why they've had success.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. Smith is out there with Johnson. Then there's Austin Rivers. Then there's J.J. Redick. And it's Griffin in at the 5 down low.
You know, there was plenty to be happy about last year in Atlanta with the way the Hawks played. One sour note, though, was that the team was viewed as a potential buy for Seattle groups.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Korver missing again.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game. That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
The 3. And he gets it to go. Korver's got 9.
This is really the story of the game here. They've been excellent from behind the arc.
And the Clippers call time here.
And really, the last few seasons, the Clippers have been one of the most consistently strong teams in the league. A far cry from when they were a bottom feeder back in the day. They have become one of the premier franchises in the NBA.
Greg, as you said about the Clippers, the days of finishing near the bottom every year are over. Clark, a lot of that is Doc Rivers.
Exactly. Since 2012, Kevin, they have had the 3rd best record in the NBA. A lot of loyal fans stuck it out with the team during the dark days, and now they're reaping the fruit.
And the Hawks making a change here. Cephalosha's checked in. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Jordan, he's checked in for Smith. Pierce comes in for Johnson. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And Paul subbed in for Rivers. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Yeah, he imposed his will on the defense that time. He was not going to be denied right there.
Teague, the pass to Korver. Here's the 3. Knocked loose. And Kyle Korver picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Paul kicks to Crawford. Here's Griffin. Knocked away. Crawford kicks to Griffin. Second chance effort.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
And the Clippers have possession, trailing by 10. Here's Crawford. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Atlanta calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And they double up Jordan. Here's Paul. Al Horford with the rebound.
It's just been a brutal outing for him. He still hasn't managed to make a shot, and the team is struggling because of it.
And he gets the bucket.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Yeah, Greg, you know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Pierce for three. Shot's good.
Paul Pierce.
Pierce has got his first 3 points of the game.
Only took them a few seconds to answer the three ball with one of their own.
Greg, we've got a three-point battle taking shape here.
And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That's his first foul.
And that's an aggressive play to try to get the rebound. Just a little too aggressive.
And unnecessary. That's over the top. That's doing too much, Greg. He wasn't in good position there, and he was never going to get the ball. He just wasted a foul.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Splitter is checked in for Horford. Justin Holiday comes in for Kyle Korver. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Jeff Teague. Certainly the biggest surprise last year, Clark, was the play of the Atlanta Hawks. You would have picked them to win the East at the start of the season.
Well, they did it, and they earned it. The Hawks didn't have any superstars on their roster, but they won with solid team play.
And it's slammed in by Millsap.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
The shot by Holiday, no good.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down. Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
Not at all. I mean, he shouldn't even have considered taking that shot. Just a poor choice there. Well, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense just like that.
And Clark, the best way to get that early offense is with steals that allows you to get out in transition.
Paul kicks to Griffin. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Hawks lead by 2. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
Okay, Atlanta, let's keep it going.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. Nice game. Great performance by Kyle Korver.
And in terms of points in that first half, you know, he's now at a point where we expect him to perform that way.
And, Greg, that tells you all you need to know about what a talent he is. I mean, I'll bet he adds a lot more to his totals after the break.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. Nice game. Great performance by Kyle Korver.
You know, I'm not sure that he can continue to shoot the three as well as he has up to this point. He has been lights out.
You know, sometimes, Greg, you have those nights where the basket just looks twice as large as it is. Grand Canyon size. It might be one of those nights for him.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court for Atlanta, Teague and Korver are the guards. Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. And it's Sefolosha in the 3 spot.
The Hawks were fans at the All-Star break. They did slip up a bit, struggled against teams over 500.
3 straight misses here to start the second half.
Kicks it out to Paul. The shot. That one off the back iron and out.
Ugh, ugly start. Second half, they missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
Nothing but money for them to start the half. They've made all 3 of their shot attempts.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They lost the last 3 games of the regular season, Clark, and really just limped into the playoffs. Some of it might have just been fatigue.
Yeah, it could have been, and their play at the end of the season did leak into the playoffs.
That happened.
Yeah.
And you can sense the momentum really starting to swing their way.
Yeah, they're taking charge here. I mean, there's no question about it, Greg. The lead, I think, is just going to continue to grow and grow from here.
Rivers dishes to Smith. Here's Redick. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And here's Korver from the arc. Can't get it to go. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Atlanta.
Yeah, and last year it didn't matter whether it was on the home or on the road. They failed to take a game from either of the 2 meetings.
Yeah, and you know, they weren't used to seeing a team and not getting at least 1 win off of them last year, and that's what they're looking for now.
And so much for repeating the 3-point barrage he put on in the first half. Nothing here in the second.
And Patterson kicks to Millsap. Outside Korver. In the corner, it's Patterson. And it's blocked by Jordan. Teague against Redick. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful 2-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
So for the Hawks, Muscala, he's checked in for Millsap. Mack comes in, and Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Teague. Atlanta leading by 8. It's stolen by Johnson. Rivers passes to Smith. And here we go, Hawks running again. And here's Korver from the arc. And that one's good. Korver's got 21 in the game.
And defensively, they've gotten a little careless, not playing with the same focus we saw in the first.
Here's Smith. Knocks it loose. And it's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
Thiago Splitter.
Splitter is checked in for the Hawks. Justin Holiday comes in for Kyle Korver.
DeAndre Jordan.
Here's Jordan. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, Could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea, Kevin. I mean, they could use all the second chance points they can get.
And here is Los Angeles now. 9-point game. Redick.
J.J. Redick.
Connects on the foul line jumper. Redick's got his first points of the game.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
J.J. Redick.
Money from the wing.
Austin Rivers.
And now it's only a 5-point Hawks lead.
Better to be lucky than good. Got that shot to fall.
Here's Mack. And the rejection by Smith.
And not sure if they're aware of the 2-for-1 opportunity.
Well, they ought to be. I mean, that's basic basketball time management. You've got to be aware of your clock and your situation.
The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Even though there's a height disadvantage, he's still able to go up and over his man.
Well, he's fearless. I mean, there's nothing that concerns him. No matter what the matchup is, he's a guy that doesn't back down. He's beyond being intimidated.
Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Shelvin Mack. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Griffin's checked in for Jordan. Pierce comes in for Josh Smith. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Wesley Johnson. And Paul subbed in for Rivers. The free throw off from Griffin. The Hawks leading by 6. Holiday with the 3. Kept alive. Here's Muscala. Here's Schroeder. Off target with his 3. And we've reached the end of... Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game.
I'm on some rappers pay my bill. All up on TV, I thought it made me richer. Wasn't paying me enough, I needed something quicker. So now I'm on the Nico basement, putting working on the phones. Either that or try the money more to make the pickup. Man, it's 2000.
Here's T. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth. Redick and Crawford, the sharpshooters outside. Griffin is out there with Pierce. And it's Paul in at the 1 spot.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Nice game. Great performance by Kyle Korver.
They don't seem to have any answers for him. They need to review their game plan and look for a way to cool him off.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Doc Rivers address his team. He told his players, guys, we're letting opportunities slip away in transition. Let's push it up the floor, look to score some points in early offense. Kevin, can they pick up the tempo?
Clippers trailed by 9. It's Crawford with the drive. Inside. He's looking for Griffin and finds him.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
That's good from Crawford on the assist by Jordan.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
And Millsap slams it in.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed.
On the wing, Korver. Atlanta gets it back.
Tell you what, the defense has nothing to worry about out there with him shooting. I mean, he can't dial it in from deep this half at all.
Lets the 3 fly. Good. And now it's a 10-point Atlanta lead. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Hawks.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
You know, you work hard all season, Greg, to try and get into the playoffs, then get a favorable first-round matchup. How about the Clippers last year? Followed those steps. They're rewarded with the first-round matchup against the defending champions of the league, the San Antonio Spurs.
And not only were the Spurs the defending champions, but they came in playing terrific basketball down the stretch, which is kind of what they are noted for. And the Clippers, though, did well, even though that was the case.
Clippers trail by 9. Deep 2 from Crawford. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 5 assists tonight. To the middle. Korver attacking. Outside for Millsap. Outside Teague. The 3. Good. And the Hawks lead by 10.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
For 3, Pierce. Al Horford with the rebound. Horford's got 8 rebounds in this game. Launches a 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Great outside shooting fueling this run.
And the D is getting bombarded. They haven't been able to slow them down the least bit.
But they'll get another chance. And that one's good.
Boy, they're doing a nice job, a really good job of getting second chances here. And that's a great way to cut into that lead. I mean, nothing is more demoralizing to a defense than putbacks.
Korver, no luck.
Boy, they're fortunate. Defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
That one's in there. The Hawks lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from Chris Paul. Teague against Paul. Millsap is screen on Paul. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
.121 left in the fourth. Shot clock at 5. Korver, no luck. Clippers trail by 9. Pierce dishes to Jordan. No luck. Good work defensively by Horford. Hawks have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Horford with the screen on Crawford. Crawford with the steal. And now the Clippers on the break.
DeAndre Jordan.
And slam dunk by Jordan.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Here's Muscala. The 15-footer. Good. And the Hawks lead by 9.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
And, Greg, that's just good basketball. Come on, good basketball there. Clean look from that range. He's got to take it.
The feed to Holiday. Pass to Mack. From deep three-point range, can't get it to fall. And so it's Atlanta with the W. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
Well, you know, it makes a big difference. I mean, you never felt like they had any doubts that they'd come out on top.
And that's